Hello and welcome back to ToVsday. I'm joined here with Angie. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
And today we are covering the luck mechanic. We mentioned last week that there is this cool luck mechanic that's not like the lucky feat or the lucky talent within Tales of the Valiant. And the week before that, Livy said this.
Touch of luck. When you would gain 1 luck point as a result of failing an attack roll. Very nice mechanic. You're instead going to gain 2 luck points. 2 for the price of 1.
To find out more about what we were talking about in that video, be sure to check the card up above to watch the video that we covered about talents. Diving into the luck mechanic, to give you an idea of what this actually is, every PC has a special resource called luck. And you use luck to influence the results of any ability check, attack roll, or save that you might make. And point to know, you only have 5 luck points. And we'll go over how you gain, lose, and what happens if you hoard them. Now, I'm going to kick the ball off to Angie.
All right, so when it comes to spending luck points, I think we're all familiar with inspiration in games. So inspiration in D&D 5e generally gets forgotten, lost, and never used, aside from a few certain circumstances. So this is where luck comes in, because it really gives a movable, paceable, sustainable thing to play with. For spending those luck points, like we said, you get to use it to influence those results whenever you're making those checks. So it's a 1-for-1 bonus, so if you have up to 5 maximum points that you get to use, you can potentially get a +5 added onto your roll. So that's a modifier added onto whatever that final check is. So for example, let's say you have 4 luck points and you roll that 13 and you're like, oh darn, I needed that 15 for that DC. You decide to add 2 of your 4 luck points to make it result of 15, which then allows you to still have 2 luck points left to use later on. However, you can't use it to offset any effects of rolling a natural 1 or to create the effects of a natural 20. It'll still be a natural 1 or a dirty 20.
Yeah, so if you suck, you suck. Sorry.
Sorry. suck, man. Alternatively, immediately after, if you want to, the only reroll that you can get with a d20 is if you want to spend 3 luck points to reroll a single d20 used for that roll. It does not necessarily clarify within the system currently in its alpha release whether or not that is you have to use it, or if you have the 2 options to choose between. However, I'm sure that we'll be able to go ahead and get some of that clarified in their public release. When it comes to luck points and using them, you're going to be able to use it for attack rolls, saves, ability checks, just about anything really, aside from those passive checks that you have going. And it does not add any bonus to your damage, to other people's saves. This is not silvery barbs. Please do not throw that on a GM ×2. We're good. But instead, you get to use it for pretty much anything else, and that's super nice.
Now let's talk about how you gain luck points. We've gone over a bit on how you can spin them a little bit, kind of what they are, but gaining them is completely different, and actually incredibly passive and very useful. So of course, by default, upon character creation, you're going to have 0 luck points. Sorry, nobody's born lucky. You have to earn that. Pretty much how you gain it is once per turn, when you fail an attack roll or a save, you gain a luck point. So this almost rewards you for doing bad, which is an interesting way to run a mechanic, because it guarantees that if you do bad enough, if your luck is that bad IRL, you're going to have these points to spend to negate some of that unluckiness.
Are you telling me all the Forged in the Blade and PBTA players are going to be very excited about this, because this is the mechanic used in all of those and it's fantastic?
Exactly. And this is also a mechanic that Emma, if you guys have seen the Reddit videos, is going to love, because she has horrible luck and can never roll over a 10 on a d20. Let's say in an example where maybe you're still failing your checks, but maybe they're by 1, or maybe you do something really amazing in the game and the GM just wants to reward you. The GM can actually award 1 luck point to a character as a reward for coming up with like a clever idea, excellent role playing. It's kind of used in a similar way as inspiration, but in a better way, because you're not going to hoard onto these luck points, and we'll go a little bit into that in a moment. And the luck mechanic has something that's going to prevent that from happening in a very unique and clever way. I'll let Angie tell you about it.
unlike all of your little dice gremlins who are hoarding all of their dice and they can just keep adding to the collection, you can't do that to your luck points. This makes it, again, fluid and consistent, so you're constantly thinking about it, it's being added, it's being removed, and you're using it consistently. Because, like we said, you can only have a max of 5 luck points. So, what happens if you gain a 6? Well, you see here. You get to 5 luck points and you do something great. Or maybe you just fail completely. It's great. It's a wonderful experience. Well, it's not that wonderful for you, for hoarding your luck points and not using them on that last roll you just did. Instead, you immediately have to roll a d4 and reset your luck points to the die result. So that means if you have 5 luck points, you could potentially go all the way down to 1 immediately, just for hoarding them. So it kind of keeps a good balance and reminding the players, hey, you should probably use that. It'll help you out.
So players, viewers, that is the luck system. And DMs, I know, players got a cool new thing. It's nice. It's going to be the bane of your existence sometimes, but don't worry. You can get back at them with a different mechanic. It's an optional rule, but I don't think you want to leave it optional. I think you want to include it. And that's the Doom mechanic. And we actually have a video coming out very soon where we're actually going to go a little more in detail for the Doom mechanic. And honestly, I think it is one of the coolest things in a DM's toolkit. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out Misty Mountain Gaming. Use promo code TOVsday. 10%. Kick it back to us. Support the channel. And without talking your ear off, thank you again for watching. And we'll see you next TOVsday. Bye-bye for now.
Bye!